Let's go ahead and check out what's going on here with San Francisco. There's some crazy shit, man.
More on all those stories ahead, but first, another disturbing attack on ICE officers. A mob assaulting 4 agents in San Francisco, even threatening their families. Christina Coleman is live in Los Angeles with more on this. Christina.
John, dozens of protesters rallied outside of San Francisco's federal court building waiting for the release of a person who DHS identified as Adrian Guerrero, a U.S. citizen who federal officials say assaulted ICE officers and threatened law enforcement by saying, quote, "I'm going to go after your family and I'm going to stab you." Guerrero, who identifies as a woman and goes by the name Angie, was charged with assault and destruction of
what the fuck?
Federal property.
People are mentally ill, man.
After allegedly slashing the tire of a government vehicle. DHS says it happened on Wednesday when a group of about 15 to 20 violent anti-ICE rioters in San Francisco assaulted, grabbed, punched, and pepper sprayed ICE agents who were conducting targeted immigration enforcement in San Francisco, in that city. DHS says they surrounded and assaulted 4 federal agents. DHS says, quote, "While standing at arm's length from an officer, Guerrero made repeated threats stating, quote, "I'm going to F you up. I'm going to go after your family and I'm going to stab you."
Yeah, and the thing is now is like they're not playing with this, bro. They're gonna fucking everybody that's like threatening ICE agents or like assaulting them whenever they do these immigration stuff, everybody's getting hit with impeding pretty much. Everyone's getting 110, I think, if I'm not 18 USC 110. Let me look here. Or 111. There we go. Yeah, assaulting, resisting, or impeding certain. Yeah, everybody's getting hit with this, bro. That resists or gets it or like gets involved.
DHS says Guerrero was also in possession of a black knife and patterned headscarf during this incident. Guerrero was later granted bail and surrounded by supporters after being released and had this to say about the situation.
"I'm good, despite the brutality and repression."
Fucking weirdos, man.
That the federal government is placing on this city, my city, the city I was born in.
The attack on law enforcement in San Francisco was yet another example of violence against immigration agents. DHS says ICE law enforcement are now facing a 1,000% increase in assaults against them as they risk their lives to arrest the worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens.
That shit's crazy, bro.
Despite all the violence, immigration officials continue to carry out their operations in various cities nationwide.
We're making Los Angeles and California a safer place. We're going to continue to do that.
The fact that they brought Border Patrol up to like help with this shit.
And they can take that one to the bank and cash it.
And as for that attack on ICE agents in San Francisco last week and those allegedly involved, Guerrero now faces a maximum penalty of 1 year in prison and a fine of up to $100,000. John?
So let me, hold on. Did this guy, I'm wondering if he got charged federally. What was this weirdo's name? Angie Guerrero? Fucking whack job? Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Federal agents. Okay, so yeah, he got arrested. I want to look at what he got hit with, though. Guerrero, transgender. Oh, my God, bro. Mentally ill, man. Mentally ill, bro.
Hey, you can't do that.
Oh, shit.
A dramatic scene caught on camera this weekend in San Bernardino. Immigration agents seen shattering glass windows before an officer fired shots on Saturday. The people inside that car telling us they drove away in fear. The incident remains under investigation, but we were wondering, what should people do if DHS tries to make contact with them while they're inside their vehicle?
You have a certain number of rights when you are contacted by law enforcement and you're in a vehicle. Eyewitness News reporter Annabelle Munoz spoke with a legal expert to get those answers. Annabelle.
Mark and Michelle, human rights and immigrants' rights groups continue raising concerns about the tactics and actions of federal agencies. The attorney we spoke with today stresses that people have constitutional rights if stopped in a situation like this one. Federal immigration officers have targeted people in vehicles. Over the weekend in Anaheim, they arrived at a Home Depot, and according to witnesses,
it looked like they were just going after day laborers who were here, and people were being yanked out of vehicles.
In San Bernardino, a CBP officer fired his gun during another vehicle stop. In that case, the family says masked officers did not identify themselves before breaking their car windows. One punches through the glass. DHS argues the driver struck two officers and that shots were fired in self-defense, which we cannot clearly see in this video. The incident raises questions about what to do if someone is stopped by
driving off like that and almost hitting them, they're going to shoot at you, bro.
Federal agents while in a car.
It is illegal for an ICE agent to forcibly enter private property without a judicial warrant. And individuals that are asked for permission to enter private property, including a vehicle, should not consent.
Attorney Sergio Perez, executive director of the Center for Human Rights and Constitutional Law, says that absent a judicial warrant, federal authorities need reasonable suspicion to stop a car and probable cause to search it. He says you can ask why you've been stopped and remain silent.
There is no benefit to answering the questions of an ICE or federal official, especially one who is masked and who has not identified themselves as such. But even if they do identify themselves, the Constitution gives you the right to remain silent.
Perez also cautions that given cases like this one in San Bernardino, staying calm is also important.
Take stock of the situation that you are in and act accordingly. Anything that you do can escalate the situation, and it's important to be careful about your actions in those moments.
Legal experts say that if an ICE officer has an arrest warrant, they can arrest the person named on the warrant, but that does not give them permission to search the vehicle. If the officer asks for proof of lawful immigration status and you're not a U.S. citizen, they
Well, they're going to search anyway when they inventory it. Like, it's going to get searched anyway.
say you should
Or, search incident to arrest. So
provide that proof. If not, you should not provide a foreign ID. Reporting live in the newsroom, Annabelle Munoz, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
yeah, this is LA. It's got to be LA fucking news right here. But let me see here if we can. I'm trying to find
Washington, D.C.
the document. This is crazy, bro. This whole ICE thing is absolutely starting to go fucking nuts right now when it comes to what's going on. All right, so we're gonna get into our girl Ghislaine Maxwell here in a little bit.